Okay, girl, I think this is where you're kind of having your most problem, or your biggest problem. So this is obviously up to level 6. I took a bunch of screenshots of every single level up into this point. Okay, so if you take a look here, all of this is straight on, right? So we dotted the spine, and then, sorry. So we dotted the spine, and your bottom strokes are supposed to start, curve, hit that spine line, okay? All of them are supposed to do that as you go. Okay, so now what we have to do is get those filler strokes in. Okay, so this is going to be kind of hard for me to get like a good angle for you to see and for me to do a good stroke. So I'm going to try my best for you. Okay. So the idea here is, again, this is creating the spine. This is a very, very important line, okay? All of these strokes are going to connect and merge and zipper effect into one line. You're not creating new lines, nothing. You are not crossing lines, which you are actually doing in the picture. So we're going to do some filler strokes real quick so I can show you what to do. So starting like the middle, around the middle area, okay? And take this up, and you're going to merge with your main bottom stroke, right? Now what happens is you take that stroke that you just made and you extend it onto that line and over to the next stroke. Okay, again. Merge onto the line or onto your bottom stroke, right? Merge that into one, over to the next one. Now, do you see how I'm creating this line? Merge onto that line, and again, and over. Meanwhile, staying on that line. Merge, line over. Merge, next line. So you know, I'm not doing this on latex, I'm actually doing this on a foam sheet, which I thought I would give a little bit of a try. Merge, line. Merge, line. Walter, that's my dog. And he's an asshole. Okay, here we go. Merge onto that. Pull. Okay, do you see how straight that line is? That is where you're having a problem. So now I have created the spine line, okay? So now for the upper strokes, I'm just gonna turn this here and see if we can get a good, please excuse me for 1 second, Walter. Stop it. What do you want? Here. Hey, leave me alone. It's a very needy animal. Now, I don't know, it looks like a mess right now, but that's also because, like I said, I'm doing this on a foam sheet. Okay. So now this is your other problem. So you're starting your strokes, your upper stroke, your stacking strokes way, way, way far down. So they don't need to be that far down. The first one, you start on that baby stroke here. Midway. Now what we do is we just go into that line that we created. There's no crossing. okay? What I also like to tell people is, I know that a lot of people say point your uppers to the tail. Well, that's not really accurate, because in that case, if you're pointing it to the tail, that's why people are curving so much, is because you're going to go like that. So I tell people from your first upper to right about the one before your arch, point to 0.6, and then after that, then point at 0.3. Okay, so next one. Again, we're going to go on that line. We're not going to cross it. We're just merging. Just like I said, think of a zipper, right? Into that line. Onto that line. I really feel bad because I really think that level 7 ruins lives for people. Know what I'm doing here? If you haven't heard the term, this is called stacking. I like to say it's like creating a chain. Again, what we're not doing is making another line. We are just staying on that spine line. Okay, so now we're going to start pointing towards the tail at this point. Again, not crossing lines. If you feel like you have too much pigment on your brow or your little practice sheet, wipe it off. I know this dog is gonna kill me. Now, here's the brow. So now let's wipe it off. Now again, this is on a foam sheet, so let's see how this turns out. I think green soap might be okay. We'll see, huh? Okay. So, it's not perfect. Now, please don't judge me. This was literally my first time on the foam. Alright. So, as you can see, I have a really, really straight spine line. That is super, super important. I do not like this here. This should be longer. You can always make a stroke longer. You can't make it shorter, right? As long as you get into that existing stroke, you should have no problem. I mean, as far as like double strokes. Okay, so I hope I explained that a little bit for you. And then at the end, just for the record, for most people, Obviously not now for your level, but you go in with some filler strokes because this is just looks kind of weird. I'm holding the phone with my hand if it's shaky. It's all right. Da, 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 da. It's pretty.